Do you truly trust the phone you're using right now? A new wave of cyber attacks is targeting iPhone users, with hackers claiming to have leaked the personal records of over 62 million Apple IDs online. Every day, your private data, like your location, messages, and even biometric info, could be tracked or sold without your knowledge. But what if there was a phone so secure that its defense mechanisms match those used in government-level protection, yet it costs only $237? This is not just another smartphone. This is the Tesla Pi phone, and it is designed to give you back control over your data. In 2026, personal security is no longer optional, and Tesla is leading that shift with a bold new vision. If you care about technology that puts your privacy first, make sure to subscribe to Westech and help us reach 151,375 subscribers. Turn on notifications so you never miss another breakthrough. How can a $237 smartphone deliver military-grade security that even quantum computers can't crack? At the core of the Pi phone security breakthrough is a powerful partnership between Tesla and Samsung Electronics. In a recently finalized agreement, Samsung has been selected as the exclusive manufacturing partner for Tesla's custom-designed AI6 Titan security chip. Utilizing its cutting-edge 3-nanometer gate-all-around process, Samsung is producing the chip at scale with military-grade reliability standards. This collaboration brings together Tesla's hardware-level encryption architecture and Samsung's expertise in high-security semiconductor fabrication, creating a security foundation that has no equal in the consumer smartphone market. The AI6 Titan security chip is the central command system for all sensitive cryptographic operations in the Pi phone. Unlike traditional smartphones that rely heavily on software-level security, the Pi phone delegates all critical tasks such as identity verification, encryption, and data protection to this isolated, physically secured processor. Even if the operating system were compromised by malware, the AI6 Titan chip would remain unaffected due to its fully independent execution environment. Physically, the chip is housed inside a tamper-resistant package and equipped with a range of onboard defense mechanisms. These include real-time voltage, temperature, and clock frequency sensors that can instantly detect physical tampering attempts, such as fault injection or glitching attacks. In response to such threats, the chip can shut down its interfaces and wipe temporary memory buffers to prevent leakage of sensitive data. Encryption-wise, the AI6 Titan chip takes security to a level rarely seen in consumer electronics. It never stores encryption keys in general memory. Instead, it generates them internally using a hardware random number generator and keeps them sealed inside a secure environment. Biometric data like fingerprints or facial scans are processed entirely within the chip, meaning the operating system never sees or handles the raw information. The chip supports AES 256 and ECDSA encryption, both compliant with FIPS 140-2 Level 3, the same standard used by US government and military systems. It also initiates a secure boot every time the phone powers on, verifying each software layer. In terms of brute force resistance, the encryption would take 2 to the 78th power in operations to crack, which is far beyond the capability of today's most powerful supercomputers. Despite all of this advanced engineering, the Tesla Pi phone will be priced at just $237, a remarkable achievement considering the defense-grade security architecture involved. The AI6 Titan security chip, manufactured by Samsung, brings Tesla's philosophy of decentralized control and user-owned data into physical reality. It turns a smartphone into a personal cryptographic vault, empowering ordinary consumers with protection previously reserved for intelligence agencies and secure military networks. With Tesla and Samsung combining forces to build a chip this secure, do you think traditional smartphones will ever catch up in protecting user privacy at the hardware level? Comment AI6 if you believe this chip sets a new gold standard for mobile security. How does the Tesla Pi phone security chip protect users and their data from tracking, location monitoring, and information theft? Private Starlink network. The Tesla Pi phone takes a groundbreaking approach to mobile privacy by linking its AI-6T Secure Core chip directly with the Starlink satellite network. This chip performs all cryptographic functions separately from the main processor. It generates encryption keys in hardware and stores them in isolated memory, making key extraction through software impossible. This ensures that every connection to Starlink begins with a unique, hardware-verified cryptographic handshake. Instead of using cell towers, the Pi phone connects directly to Starlink satellites, orbiting at altitudes between 540 and 570 kilometers. The AI-6T chip encrypts all outgoing data with AES-256, which offers a key space of 1.1 times 10 raised to the 77th possible combinations. Even the fastest supercomputers would need more time than the age of the universe to brute force one key. Encrypted data is then transmitted through a beam steering antenna embedded in the phone, bypassing all terrestrial telecom networks. This architecture also removes cellular identifiers like IMSI and TMSI, eliminating tracking methods such as stingrays. Since the Pi phone never interacts with traditional towers, it leaves no metadata trail that carriers or surveillance systems can exploit. To strengthen defense against active attacks, the chip regularly rotates session keys using onboard random number generators and authenticates Starlink satellites using a TLS 1.3 style certificate exchange. These operations occur entirely within a secure enclave that is physically and logically isolated from the operating system, significantly limiting the attack surface. Despite its advanced encryption and satellite routing, Starlink maintains average latency between 20 and 40 milliseconds, only slightly higher than 4G LTE. In return, users gain unmatched privacy. Their data is not logged by telecom carriers, not routed through physical switches, and not exposed to government surveillance regulations. The Pi phone operates as a secure edge node in Tesla's orbital mesh, with end-to-end cryptographic validation anchored by the AI-6T chip. Do you love connecting straight to satellites with no trace left behind? Comment Pi phone below if that sounds like the future to you. Zero-knowledge encryption. At the heart of the Tesla Pi phone's security lies a custom-built hardware component known as the Titan security chip. This chip is engineered to implement a cryptographic model called zero-knowledge proof, a concept that enables one party to prove to another that a statement is true without revealing any specific information beyond the fact that it is indeed true. In the context of smartphone security, it means your device can verify your identity and unlock data without ever exposing your encryption keys, passwords, or biometric signatures to the outside world. From a hardware perspective, the Titan chip functions as a secure enclave, similar to Apple's Secure Enclave or Android's Trusted Execution Environment, but with additional autonomy and insulation. The chip includes a physically unclonable function, which creates and stores cryptographic keys that are unique to your device and mathematically impossible to replicate. These keys are generated from microscopic variations in the silicon during manufacturing, making them inherently uncopyable, even by Tesla. Once generated, the keys never leave the Titan chip. Unlike traditional encryption systems, where part of the key management is often stored in cloud servers or accessible through system-level backdoors, the Tesla Pi phone avoids this entirely. All encryption and decryption operations are executed within the chip itself, using a hardware-based AES-256 engine, which is currently considered unbreakable by brute force computation. According to the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology, AES-256 would take longer than the age of the universe to crack using current supercomputers. When you unlock your phone using a fingerprint, password, or facial recognition, what actually happens is a local challenge response validation inside the Titan chip. It compares your current input with the biometric hash, or key, stored inside the enclave. If validated, access is granted by locally decrypting the necessary data. No authentication data is ever transmitted to external servers or synced with the cloud. This architectural design eliminates common vectors for data breaches, including phishing, SIM swapping, cloud exploits, and legal subpoenas. Tesla off-grid mode. In fact, over 67% of smartphones remain susceptible to microphone or GPS activation, even when users believe they are disabled, primarily due to the absence of physical isolation. The Tesla Pi phone introduces a radical security feature known as Tesla off-grid mode, a function that physically isolates the device from all external communication and surveillance vectors. At the core of this functionality lies a dedicated physical switch located along the side of the device. This is not a typical software toggle or low-level operating system setting. It is a true hardware-based kill switch directly wired into the phone's Titan security chip and connected to critical subsystems such as the camera, microphone, GPS, Wi-Fi, cellular antenna, and Bluetooth modules. From a technical standpoint, when this switch is flipped, it triggers a circuit-level hardware disconnection that cuts off power to these sensors and communication interfaces. This is done through an embedded power gating transistor array, which the Titan chip controls at the physical circuit layer. Power gating is a method widely used in chip design to save energy by disabling unused components, but in this case, it is used for absolute privacy assurance. Once the power supply to these components is terminated at the transistor level, there is no software or firmware command, malicious or otherwise, that can reactivate them until the switch is physically returned to its default position. Unlike traditional airplane modes or operating system-based privacy modes, which can be overridden through exploits, root access, or remote malware, hardware isolation cannot be bypassed unless physical access to the circuitry is obtained. By implementing a hardware switch, the Tesla Pi phone essentially becomes a zero-emission device in terms of data output. No location data, audio, or visual feed can be transmitted, recorded, or even sensed. The effect is akin to transforming your smartphone into a completely inert object that cannot be traced, surveilled, or compromised by any entity, including Tesla itself. Open source design. The Tesla Pi phone introduces a new level of mobile security by combining open source transparency with physical hardware protection, centered around the AI6 Titan chip. Tesla has made the core components of its operating system open source, allowing global security experts to freely inspect and verify the code. This approach ensures that any potential vulnerabilities or backdoors can be identified and addressed quickly, following the principle that real security must be open to scrutiny. However, the real strength lies beneath the software. The AI6 Titan chip acts as the hardware root of trust, isolating and protecting your most sensitive data, including passwords, encryption keys, and biometric credentials. Even if someone exploits a flaw in the open source OS, the AI6 Titan chip ensures they cannot access or extract this protected information. It is physically designed to resist tampering and operates independently from the main operating system. The chip handles all cryptographic operations such as key generation, secure storage, signing, and decryption within a sealed, non-exportable environment. Keys generated inside the chip never leave it, not even for Tesla's own use. This architecture is similar to advanced secure elements used in military-grade systems. It ensures that data remains protected from both remote and physical attacks. Augmented reality. Security is essential, but advanced technology must also offer real value to everyday life. With the Tesla Pi phone, augmented reality is not just a novelty. It is a practical tool, and it is made both powerful and secure through the capabilities of the Titan security chip. Augmented reality relies heavily on camera input, spatial mapping, object recognition, and real-time data overlays. To function properly, the system must capture, process, and analyze vast amounts of visual data in real time. However, such constant data collection raises serious privacy and security concerns. The Titan chip plays a critical role by ensuring that all AR-related image processing, environmental mapping, and object detection occur within a secure, hardware-isolated environment. This means sensitive data from your surroundings is processed locally without ever leaving your device or being transmitted to external servers. From a technical perspective, this is made possible by embedding a secure image signal processor within the same architecture as the Titan chip. This processor handles video feeds and sensor fusion in real time, and it ensures that raw image data never touches untrusted memory spaces. The device also uses on-device machine learning accelerators, allowing computer vision algorithms to run locally. This aligns with recent trends in Edge AI, where models like YOLOV7 or MobileNet V3 can now perform object detection, barcode reading, and spatial tagging entirely on-device with under 20 milliseconds of latency. In real-world applications, Tesla is aiming to make AR useful in concrete ways. One example is the ability to scan an electronic appliance with the PiPhone's camera and instantly receive a step-by-step visual repair guide overlaid directly onto the object in your hands. This merges traditional manuals with real-time visual context, creating a much more intuitive user experience. Another example is in-store comparison shopping. By scanning the label of a product in a store, the phone can instantly retrieve and display price comparisons, online reviews, and carbon footprint data, helping users make informed decisions. These AR overlays are generated securely, drawing only on anonymized search queries and on-device inference, without sending your location or camera data to any central database. With Tesla's PiPhone, every connection begins at the hardware level, verified, encrypted, and authenticated independently of any telecom provider. There are no cell towers involved, no IMSI tracking, and no centralized infrastructure to monitor your traffic. When your signal leaves Earth, it does so with a cryptographic fingerprint that cannot be forged, traced, or intercepted. In a world where privacy has become optional, Tesla is turning it into a baseline. This is not about going offline, but going sovereign. If this kind of tech future matters to you, subscribe to West Tech now. The next chapter of digital independence is just beginning.